Tonight we have Emma at the White House, Rachel in Moscow, and Rohit is here with me in the studio. But I'm going to start with you first, Emma, at the White House. This is a serious escalation, isn't it? Why do Americans believe the invasion could be imminent?
Well, it seems to be coming from intelligence they've been able to gather on the ground, as well as the satellite imagery that they've been building over the past weeks. Last night, something shifted. There was a meeting here in the Situation Room at the White House where President Biden was briefed on the scale of the Russian buildup, the amount of manpower and military hardware that they had around those borders with Ukraine. It was after that it was decided that there would be a phone call today, a video call, between the President and seven other leaders, as well as representatives from the EU and NATO. In that hour-long telephone call we were given some details of today, it is understood that the message was made that there was a feeling that this could be a very imminent situation. Now, at the same time as that was going on, the Pentagon were putting another 3,000 troops on movements towards Poland, and also the operation began to try and alert Americans in Ukraine that they needed to leave. Those messages came in direct phone calls telling them to get out now, because there would be no attempt to get them out with American troops should something go wrong. Now, the President has headed off to Camp David this evening. Tomorrow morning he will speak with President Biden to try and press for a diplomatic solution. But it's very clear there is a very bleak feeling here tonight. They say they can't pinpoint the day or the hour that an attack might happen, but they clearly feel it is coming.
OK, thanks very much, Emma. Let's talk to you now, Rachel, because you're in Moscow. Has there been any response tonight from the Russians?
Well, it is the early hours of the morning here in Moscow, but as you might expect, there has been a heated reaction, with the Russian Foreign Ministry telling the Interfax news agency tonight that, as far as they are concerned, this reaction is hysterical. Their spokeswoman, Maria Zakharova, saying this is more hysteria in the White House that's more obvious than ever. She says that the Anglo-Saxons need a war at any cost. Now, the Russian Foreign Ministry has gone on to call this a coordinated information attack being carried out against Moscow. They say that's aimed at undermining and discrediting Russia's just demands of security guarantees, as well as justifying the West's geopolitical aspirations. We've also heard from Dmitry Peskov. He is Vladimir Putin's spokesman. He has confirmed that phone call will happen with President Biden, but he said that it has come at the written request of the Americans and that it will be preceded with a phone call with President Macron, who, of course, met here with Vladimir Putin earlier this week. So certainly some frantic, high-stakes diplomacy going on tomorrow, with emotions running desperately high now on both sides. OK,
Rachel, thanks very much for that. Rohit, we've got to hear from you here, because what is your assessment? Is this invasion imminent?
Well, look, there's bound to be a lot of cynicism around these intelligence assessments and the briefings that have been going on. But, you know, something changed in the last few hours. That's clear. Despite that cynicism, we can tell that many of the United States allies, the UK, Israel, Japan, the Netherlands, changed their travel advice within a very short period of time today. They seem to be taking what the Americans have said or what they found seriously. But yes, something changed. Until this point, the briefings were that, you know, the Russians, if they were planning to do something, probably wouldn't do it until after the Winter Olympics. That would be too embarrassing to China. The key change today is that what they're saying is that this could happen before the end of the Winter Olympics. In other words, next week. So why release all of this now? Well, it's really clear, and this is a view that's shared by many of the United States allies, that the aim of this is to call out Russia and to try to de-escalate things. But, you know, we'll have to see what happens in the next few days, because, you know, there's a great deal of cynicism. However, the worst-case scenarios here are pretty much the worst-case scenarios that you could imagine in terms of conflict between countries in Europe.
OK, Rohit, thanks very much.